Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Seasonings to Seasons. Welcome back to the talk portion, Call Me at 7 with Stephanie. Again, hey everybody. Y'all, I know I have made a video about saving money, maybe a video or two about saving money, and I have been in that place to where I was broke. That's why I feel like it's okay for me to give this information out to people because when you're broke, and you are by yourself sometimes, it almost seems like you're by yourself. So I just kind of wanted to make a video about that, talking about that. So this is basically a little story time. It's a story time to tell you guys my story as to how I changed my mindset in order to get out of my financial situation. So basically, I was a single mom at this particular time. I was single, and I was single, living in a house, a beautiful house, nice house. Had the house built, all this old kind of stuff or whatever. Anyway, fast forward, time go on. Um, I got a water leak, so that's kind of where the story time starts at. I got a water leak in the house, but I've had this water leak probably for about maybe going on 2 weeks. I would go to work, come home, and I would feel the carpet being wet or whatever. But I just thought maybe my kids had spilled something or whatever on the floor, and I would just get some paper towel to kind of dab it up, I thought. But every day that I came home, the area would get bigger and bigger. So as time went on, of course, again, single, don't have any money, don't have the time to find anybody to figure out what's going on. Why is my floor wet? I don't know what to do. It's stressful. That right there in itself is stressful. There's a problem going on. I'm thinking, oh gosh, I'm gonna have mold growing everywhere. So like I said, time went on. At this point, it's some weeks now has passed by. So finally, I went ahead and called this company to come out. And well, actually, I called several companies, and they were like, "Oh, it'll be $200 for us to come out to see what the problem is." And I'm like, "Okay, $200 for y'all to come out to see what the problem is, or $200 to come out and detect where the leak is." I mean, talk to me, make me understand because I'm broke, I'm frustrated, stressed out, I don't know what to do. So anyway, y'all know how that go. People charge you to come out to identify the situation or whatever. So that I went through all of that. Okay, so time goes on, and I get this company to come out, and they actually had to cut the wall in the living room to try to find the leak. So yeah, it was a pipe, little round pipe running along the wall, and it had a little pinhole in it, and water was just pushing out, like skeeting out. Is that the right word? Should I have to say that? I don't know. Water was shooting out this little hole. Water was shooting out this hole continuously, 24/7, and that's why my carpet was wet all the time. That's why my carpet was always wet because of that leak. So they were like, okay, we can go ahead and fix this for you. You can file it on your insurance. Okay, at this point, I know this is supposed to be a story time, y'all, but I'm telling the story exactly the way I was feeling, frustrated. Because now I'm like, okay, so how do I call the insurance? I'm young. Yeah, when I say this was 65 years ago, not really. I was I was probably like I was probably like 24. I was probably like 24 years old. So I was a little girl. I didn't know what to do. I've never had to use insurance or file a claim on my insurance or anything like that. So I went through the process of trying to file the claim, but then that took so long, or was taking too long. So finally, I knew, I knew somebody who knew somebody. I know how that go. You know somebody who knows somebody. So somebody was finally supposed to be trying to come out to look at this water that's coming out, that's getting my floor soaked. Okay, so in between time, I figured, okay, my carpet is going to be ruined. I'm going to have mold everywhere. So now what I got to do is figure out how to turn this water off, when I'm not home, or turn the water off when we're sleeping, you know. So somebody showed me how to go outside to the street to turn the water off. Somebody showed me how to go outside to the street to turn the water off. So I had to get this wrench, go outside, you know, I don't know how to explain it. Have y'all ever had y'all's water turned off? Or have y'all ever had to go out and turn your water off? So in my situation, my water, I had to turn it off. My water wasn't off. I had to physically turn it off in order to stop the leak from ruining my floor even further in my living room. So you take this wrench, go outside, and you turn it. You have to turn it to turn the thing off. So I didn't have what they call a key or whatever. I didn't have a key. I had a wrench. So I would have to go outside and do this. So, and y'all, mind you, I had this water leak during the rainy season. It was raining every day, every night, every morning early. It was raining. So I would have to get up early in the morning before all of my neighbors got up, because I was afraid that they were gonna think that my water was off and I was out there trying to turn it on. So I didn't want them to see me because I was so embarrassed about what was going on. So I would get up like 4 o'clock in the morning. I would get up, turn the water on, go cook breakfast, do what I had to do, take a shower, fix bath water, do whatever I needed to do to prepare myself for the day. And I would have to get up early and get that done in order to get back outside and sneak outside and turn it off. And y'all, I had to do this for at least 1 week, maybe a little bit over a week, maybe, but it felt like 2 weeks. But it was a little bit over a week, I think, or right at a week that I had to do this. Y'all, I was out there every morning with the umbrella on the ground, on my knees, in the mud, with this wrench, trying to hold the umbrella with a flashlight in the dark, trying to turn the water on and turn the water off, back and forth. Y'all, it was terrible. It was not a fun time. So during all this time, as this is happening, I'm frustrated every morning, trying to go to work, looking disheveled, deshelved. I was everything. Just thinking about my problems that I had. And the problem wasn't necessarily financial, because I could pay my bills, but I could pay my bills. I just couldn't afford to pay anybody to come out and fix my water leak. I was trying to, figure out, how am I going to get the money? I was trying to figure out the right person to come out and do it. I was afraid it wasn't going to get done right. There were just so many worries that I was having during that particular season in my life, or that particular, weeks or whatever in my life. So moving on, still got this water leak, still getting up every morning. So my mind is only on the water leak. My mind is on the water leak only. So while I am just focused on the water leak and not focused on nothing else, y'all, my electricity gets turned off because I forgot to pay the bill. Have y'all ever had y'all's electricity turned off? Well, my electricity was turned off. I forgot to pay the bill. I had the money for that. I had the money to pay my, house note and pay the regular bills and pay everything. I just didn't pay it. And back then, in that time, things weren't coming out the account automatically. That was during the time where people were still like actually going online and making a payment. And that's what I was doing, going online, making a payment. But I actually forgot to go online to make that payment. So y'all, I know my neighbors are doing something with the yard. I apologize about the background sound outside. Anyways, so y'all getting a real good story time from me. Y'all getting the real. Y'all getting a real good story time from me. Y'all are learning more about me. And if y'all are looking at this video, and if you have not subscribed to my channel and you look at me on a regular basis, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Anyways, electricity gets turned off. I was so scared. I didn't know what to do. I mean, so I got the money in my account, like I said. So I called the people, explained to the people what happened. Y'all know those people don't care. When your electricity gets turned off, the people don't care. Sometimes you might get somebody nice to work with you. I think if you call them before it's too late, but once it's too late, they don't care. So I'm me being me, thinking I know it all because I've never had my utilities disconnected before due to non-payment. So I called them and let them know that I wanted to make a payment. Well, first I didn't call them. I called the number that you're supposed to call to pay your bill and try to make a payment, and they'll tell me they cannot accept my payment. They're going to connect me to another representative. So the other representative gets on the phone. I tell them, hey, this is Stephanie, blah, blah, blah. I was calling to let you know that my electricity is turned off and I'm calling to make a payment to get it restored. And I'm telling them my account number, telling them how much I owe, and telling them instead of paying, instead of paying $200, I want to pay $230. Yeah, don't y'all know these people told me, okay, you do owe the $200. Let's just say example, because I don't remember what the price was, what the amount was. You do owe the $200, but you also have to pay an additional $350. Did y'all hear what I said? So I learned at that time, at that moment, my heart stopped because I don't have I don't have that money. I don't have that. So what you want me to do? I don't have that extra money. So I asked the lady, I told her, I said, I don't have that. So can I get on a payment plan? She says, no, you're just going to have to keep it disconnected until you can afford to pay what's owed and also a reconnect fee. Y'all, let me tell y'all, after that moment, after that moment right there, I've had several other life altering situations happen, but that was one. That was one. I said I would never ever not pay a bill again. I would never ever get to the point to where my bill is even due. So that's where I got that mindset. That's where it was developed at that moment, to always have enough money to make at least 2 months of payments if needed. That's where that came from. And that's why I tell y'all, I'm not telling y'all to make 2 months of payments in advance. I'm just telling y'all, make sure you have the money in your account because anything can happen. Now, see, if I had enough money saved up to where I could pay my bill and pay another month's bill, I would have been okay probably. But I only had enough money in my account to pay what was due. I was living from paycheck to paycheck. And even though I was living from paycheck to paycheck, um, I was doing other little extra stuff. It wasn't even nothing to even be bragging about or even talking about, like going out to eat. I would go out to eat every other day. Um, there used to be a little store called Peachtree Fashion. If anybody if anybody remembers Peachtree Fashion, let me know. I used to go to Peachtree Fashion to see what they had, because everybody wants to be cute. You see what I'm saying? But I was cute, but buying things at a low price. Everything had to be a low price because I didn't have no money, and I knew that. So everything that I bought had to be a low price. Well, I quickly learned that, Stephanie, you can't buy nothing that's on sale. You can't buy nothing that's low price. You can't do any of that. You cannot go shopping no more. No more until you save up enough money in your shopping account to go shopping. If you don't have that money saved up, you cannot go shopping. So that's when I start developing that idea that don't buy nothing unless you got the money saved up. But yeah, y'all. Anyway, so I had a water leak, a bad water leak, and I had to go outside. To sum this up, had to go outside all the time for about a week and a half. with the flashlight, with an umbrella, and with a wrench to turn my water on and off due to the water leak. In the process of all of that frustration, my electricity got turned off because I failed to pay my bill, which caused me to be in more of a financial bind. And it was terrible. It was terrible. It was embarrassing, and it's just a time in my life that I would never forget. So I just thought I'd share that story with you guys because I know, I know somebody that's looking at this video is either going through the same thing or has gone through the same thing. And if you're young and you haven't never gone through this story right here, whenever you do, if that ever happens, you're gonna remember me. You're gonna say that girl told me. It was the worst feeling. It's the worst feeling. But anyway, so I just thought I'd give y'all a story time on when my life was a little bit reckless. It was reckless. So anyway, that's it. Y'all subscribe to my channel for more story times or just for more videos, because I'm gonna be bringing y'all more videos, more story time videos. I will be showing y'all more cooking. Um, I call it amateur cooking because let me tell y'all, I don't really know how to cook. I just like to cook. I love to cook, and I like for my food to taste like I like it to taste. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really a good cook. Like I'm not like a chef or whatever to tell somebody this is how you do it, like this, and this. I just show you guys what I like to do. And I love showing people what I like to do. And I guess obviously I love telling people my past experience, my current experience. So that's what this channel is about. Kind of y'all just just sharing. I want to share with you guys. So y'all go ahead, like I said, subscribe to my channel if you want to. I want you to. And leave me some comments. And I will see y'all later. Bye.